Hello everyone, hope everyone's doing great. Today I don't have an airplane to unbox, instead I'm gonna make my first ever model airport. After doing a lot of research online and not finding any airport mat that met my requirements and the amount of detailing I was looking for, I decided to design my own mat from scratch, and in today's video I'm gonna show you step by step how to use it to make the ideal airport diorama. Let's begin. To start your model airport, you will need an airport terminal. For this video, I'll be using the GeminiJets 1-400 scale airport Airside Landside complex. For the base of the airport, I'm using my 1-400 airport mat that I've designed myself with great amount of detailing. For the accessories, I have this GeminiJets ground equipment set, and I also have this fantasy wing set that includes light poles and visual guidance docking system for the airplanes. Of course, no model airport is complete without airplane models, so here I have some Air India models to go along with my Air India themed airport terminal. If you would like to get this exact same airport mat for your airport terminal, I'll leave the link in the description of this video, or else you can get in touch with me on Instagram DM or leave a comment and I'll make sure to get back to you. Now that the terminal is placed on the mat, let's start assembling the airport slowly and bringing it to life. My first tip for having a very realistic airport is a lot of attention to detail. Use real airport reference photos to decide on the smaller details like the signs and logos. Here I'm putting the Alpha 1 logo on the terminal to correspond with the parking bay number that's on the airport mat. It's indeed a small element but great for attention to detail. Next up, I'm gonna slightly customize the aero bridges. Since I'm using New Delhi as my reference airport, I got these custom Total Energy stickers printed out for my aero bridges. Having a reference airport is really helpful while making a diorama. You can always Google images of the airport real time, which give you clarity in making it. Tip number 3, accessorize. I'm using this GeminiJets vehicle set, which has a wide variety of vehicles such as the pushback truck, the fuel truck, the passenger and crew buses, the passenger stairs, as well as a lot of cargo loading equipment, which I absolutely love. Check out this catering truck with extendable arms. How nice and detailed is it? Next up, we have these airport equipments by Fantasy Wings, including some light poles and visual docking guidance system for the aircraft. I love the color that the yellow adds to my airport, and the light poles give a nice vertical height to the diorama. I added the visual docking guidance system for the corner parking bays of my terminal. This is because these parking bays are at an angle, so having these positioned here give an added realism to my airport. This brings me to my next tip: to keep things messy. Airports all across the world, though highly organized, have a sense of messiness and chaos to them, which is the exact same theme I've brought to my diorama. Placement of things in such a way that they look like they're showing motion and that things are happening give a nice sense of realism to your airport. I cannot emphasize enough how important my next step is, which is using aircraft from the same time period or era. For example, having an Air India 707 parked right next to an Air India 787 Dreamliner is a highly impossible and unrealistic scenario. Instead, what I did is have all the old Air India livery aircraft together to form the Mumbai in the 2000s diorama. Bottom line being, avoid mixing two aircraft that are evidently from two different time periods to have a very accurate airport. However, there exists an entire genre called fictional airport. In that case, you can decide what airplane goes where based on your preferences. Another option, of course, is an airline-specific terminal, which is what I have done here in the case of Jet Airways. I have also clubbed together the Vistara Airlines aircraft to form a Vistara terminal. Based on the country you're from and the aircraft models you have in your collection, you can set up the perfect terminal for your diorama. I cannot emphasize enough how important an airport mat is. Look how these airplanes look without a tarmac in place. It looks absolutely unrealistic and toy-like. Not only that, most of the other mats available online for purchase lack the amount of detail, which is why I designed my own mat with smaller details like the oil stains, the rubber marks, and so on. The last and the most commonly overlooked mistake is not using a backdrop for your pictures, be it a blue color sky or a plain whiteboard like I have used today. It really helps focus and put all the attention on your terminal. Having distracting images of your marble countertop or your kitchen backdrop really take away from the emphasis on the airplanes, which is why I highly recommend investing in a backdrop to keep the focus on the airplanes and your diorama. That being said, of course, this hobby is all about playing around, experimenting, and having fun. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video and you found these tips helpful. If you did, please do make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.